Well, I grew up about 10, 12 miles from the Quakerdale campus here in New Providence on a farm, attended Bangor Liberty Friends Church, and as I was old enough to understand what the preacher was saying, it was from a Quaker perspective, so my theology is pretty Quakerly rooted. And so it's been a ministry that I've been around my whole life. And I don't know when I actually wrote my first check or first put something in the contribution box, but I know by the mid-'80s it was one of the ministries that my wife and I regularly supported financially. And I try not to give out of obligation, although God instructs us to. It seems to be an area that we can easily ignore in our Christian life. But everything that comes to us isn't meant to be hung on to, because I can't receive more when my hands are like this. It's only when I open up my hands to give away some of what God's given to us, He can put more in there. But when we hold it like this, not only are we clinging to it for maybe our own selfish reasons, but He can't bless us with more. And God asks us to be generous givers, and our God is generous. Growing up on the farm, an inch of rain on an acre of ground is 27,000 gallons of water. You can't begin to water your garden in that measure, but God gives us an inch of rain when we need it, and it grows the garden. As we give out of our limited pool of resources that He has entrusted to us, and when we join that with other donors through the foundation, we can have a greater impact, and that brings fulfillment, because we had 13 grant applications last year and 27 this year. And so there's a lot of need out there. And by partnering with other like-minded people who are generous and excited about what God's doing in the community and what God's doing through the Josiah White Quakerdale Foundation, we just get to see more lives touched, more lives impacted. And Quakerdale Foundation is starting a Heart of Giving campaign, and it's very exciting to be a part of the campaign to get the endowment up to where we're giving away $1 million a year, and our goal is to do that by 2030. And that's pretty exciting to just see that many ministries funded, that much work in God's kingdom being done around the world, and just to be a small part of, because He could fund these things a variety of ways, but He wants us as His children to have His generous heart. And so while He doesn't need us, He wants to use us. I'm Wes Blanchard, and my wife Lynn and I would invite you to become a part of the Heart of Giving campaign.